A man was buried alive by a mudslide. Panicking, he rolled down the car window to see how deeply he was trapped. But unexpectedly, a torrent of mud poured in through the opening. Terrified, he quickly rolled the window back up, his heart racing. Before he could catch his breath, he heard the sound of the sunroof shattering. Desperate, he grabbed some tape and tried to reinforce the broken glass. But the thin tape was no match for the weight of the soil above, just as he was about to be. Completely buried, he spotted a steering wheel lock under the seat. In a flash of inspiration, he wedged the lock above the sunroof, stabilizing the collapsing roof. For a moment, the situation seemed under control, and he allowed himself a brief sigh of relief. But that moment of calm led to the biggest mistake of his life. Overcome by thirst, he grabbed a bottle of water and gulped it down without thinking. Only after finishing it did he realize he had almost drained his entire supply of life-saving water. Regret and anxiety flooded his mind. He had no idea how long it would take to escape, and now his chances of survival were dwindling. But what was done was done. In a fit of frustration, he finished the last drops of water, knowing it was a reckless move. To make matters worse, he began to feel short of breath. The oxygen in the car was running out. He didn't act fast. He would suffocate. Thinking quickly, he grabbed a folding chair from the back seat and pulled out its hollow steel tubes. Next, he removed the cap from the empty water bottle and drilled a small hole in it using a nail clipper. He found some hemp rope, tied a knot, and threaded it through the bottle cap. Then, he stuffed the rope into the steel tube and sealed the tube's mouth with the cap. As he assembled this makeshift breathing device, he couldn't help but feel a glimmer of pride in his ingenuity. But the worst was yet to come. He put on gloves, straightened out a wire, and used it to drill a small hole in the sunroof. Gripping the steel tube tightly, he pushed it upward through the hole with all his strength. However, the soil above was far more compacted than he had imagined. The entire 1.8-meter-long tube didn't even reach the surface. Panic set in as he hurriedly dismantled the second steel tube. He repeated the process, connecting it to the first tube and pushing upward again. But this time, the tube seemed to hit an obstacle. No matter how hard he tried, it wouldn't budge. In despair, the man broke down, realizing that his survival now hinged on a miracle.